Welcome, this is yoga. Get your props near you, your block and your ring or your strap, something to hold on to with your feet. And we're gonna start onto our block or something to lift you. Just prop yourself up onto that block. Relax your hands onto your legs and start circling your shoulders. Loosening up those shoulders. Breathing through it. Good, and then go your other direction with those shoulders. Move your neck out of the way. It feels good. All right, now stretch your arms all the way out with your palms facing up and just crunch up your hands like you're making a tight little fist and stretch out your fingers. Exhale, crunch up, make a tight fist, keep your arms long. Inhale, stretch out your fingers and open up through the chest. Again, crunch it up. You can tuck that chin into your chest and just make a little rounding motion with your spine. Inhale, lift up. Like a really small, subtle cat-cow, but focusing on those shoulders stretching out. Keep moving with the breath. Inhale, fingers open, stretch. Exhale, make that fist, crunch it in. Move with that breath, trying to breathe through the nose if you can. Good, just two more. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, open up. Last one. Exhale, crunching in. Inhale, open up and stretch your arms all the way up. Let your palms touch at the top and just hold here. Palms touch, fingers stretch out. Open those shoulders just slightly. Draw that belly in and just lengthen through your spine and breathe. Few more deep breaths, and then we're going to bend the elbows and hold on to just our right elbow. And on your next exhalation, bend those elbows. Take your right elbow with your left hand and gently just move it out and in, out and in. Breathe through it. Good, and the next time that you bring that elbow in, just stay there and lean back like you're pressing your head back onto it. And then just look behind one shoulder and the other shoulder, gentle, subtle movements, twisting into this. Good. And bring it back to center. Take your left hand and tuck it behind your back. See if you can catch your fingers. If you can't catch your fingers, use your strap or something to help you connect if you need to. And just stretch out through the shoulders. Try not to let your head fall forward. Try to keep pressing your head back. Good, deep breaths here. 3 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, gently release your fingers. Slowly start stretching out your arms and circle. Long fingers circle through the shoulders. Breathe through it. Exhale down. Inhale up. Good, and now just the other way. Good, one more time. And bring those arms all the way up. Bend your elbows. Take that left wrist with your left elbow with your right hand and gently just take it in and out. Breathing through it. Few more deep breaths. In and out. And just hug it in, lean back into it, and gentle little side to side, look side to side. Good, and bring it back to center. And now catch the arm behind you. It would be totally normal if you need to use something on one side and not the other side. So it might be a little bit harder on this side or a little bit easier on this side, usually depending if you're right or left-handed. So for me, it's a lot harder on this side. I need to get something to connect. Breathe through it and keep inching closer. Try not to let that head fall forward. Breathe. Few more deep breaths. And exhale, gently release it. Take your time, shake it out, and circle those arms. Circle your arms, stretch out even your fingers. Stretch out. Good, and then just when you're ready, go your other way. Good, and now we're just going to take one wrist, pull to the side, and your other wrist, pull to the side. Alternate one wrist and the other wrist. Try to look up to the ceiling as you pull. Stretching out even through those fingers. Good, now bring it back to center. Take your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers with your right pinky finger on the bottom and stretch it out and then slowly bow down. Inhale up, stretch, look up, look to one side, look to your other side, and then bow it down. Up, one side, other side, bow down. 2 more breaths. And slowly unleash your hands and just start swaying. Alternate one arm on top, the other arm on top. Just crisscross them. Stretch out even those fingers. Good. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms back behind you. This time your left pinky is on the bottom. If you want to stretch out your legs, I'm going to actually stretch out my legs here. My legs feel like they need a little stretch. You can stretch your legs out if you're tired of sitting in that cross-legged. And we're going back into the bow. Lift up, side to side motion. Good, just 2 more. And bring it back to center and crisscross again. Side to side, opposite arm on top, and just crisscross it out. Good. Another 3, 2, and 1. Cross your legs in front of you. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Find a tabletop position. Come into table, round and arc. Round and arc, move through your cat-cow. Breathing, exhale into your back. Inhale into your belly. Good. Now I want you to just keep a flat tabletop back and roll your shoulders. Roll, isolating through your shoulders. Rolling those shoulders, another 3, 2, 1, go your other way. Roll those shoulders out. Good, and then curl your toes, take it into your down dog. Walk your dog, walk it out, breathe through it. Chin to the chest, wide fingers. Walk it out and breathe through it. Good, 2 more deep breaths. Now slowly start walking your hands up towards your feet. Take those arms back behind you. Interlace the fingers, the right pinky is back on the bottom. And start bending and lengthening through the arms. Bend and lengthen. Next time that those arms are long, stay there, look up one shoulder and the other shoulder, let the hips sway while you're here, but try to keep your legs straight. Good, another 3, 2, 1, release your arms, find the block. If you have a block near you, and just start bending one knee and the other knee, almost like you're doing walking the dog motion, except for all of the weight is onto your heels. Push your weight into your heels, barely any weight into your hands, you just have that block there for a little bit of support. Take the weight all the way into the heels. And also lift up the head just slightly so you get a little bit of blood flow down into the lower body and not all in your head. Take your time. Now bend just the right knee. Left leg is going to stay straight. And you can take your block or you can just hug into that left leg. Hug it in. Breathe here. Use your right elbow to gently press on the right leg. And if it feels good, you can stretch up the left arm and add a twist into this. Good, and slowly bring it down, go back into the walking fold. A forward fold walking. Just like you're walking that dog. Good, now both legs straight. We're going to take those arms back behind us. This time the left pinky on the bottom. And bend and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. And keep your arms long. Stay here, look up. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Side to side. Good. And bring it back to center. Release your arms. Take a few more walking out, bending the knees. And start finding your right side with your left knee bent. Option to lift up that arm. Use your left elbow to open up on the left side. Breathe 5 more deep breaths. Good. Exhale, slowly bring it down. We're going to lower the knees all the way down to the ground and come into a frog position. So sometimes it's nice to have a towel to put your knee on if you're on a hardwood floor. You want to slide out nice and wide, wider than your mat, wider than your hips. Find that block and just start with your forearms propped up onto the block. See how that feels. I'm going to reposition myself just a little bit here. Keep sinking into your hips. Stretch out those inner thighs. Relax into it. Now maybe you can try to get a little bit deeper. Maybe you want to take the block away. Sink a little bit deeper. Relaxing into this, sinking low, and then slowly, gently move your body weight a little bit back and just a little bit forward, just very, very subtle. Those really super subtle movements. Even though you might just be moving a few inches, maybe even just a few millimeters, you should feel a difference as you shift that weight forward and backward. Three more deep breaths. We'll come back into our down dog and then we'll come into pigeon. So we can really get nice hip opener stretches here. All right, now slowly start bringing yourself back into a table position. Move those props that are in the way, out of the way. Curl your toes when you're ready and find your down dog. You can hold it or you can walk it, up to you. 3 deep breaths, and then we're going to take a 3-legged dog. We'll bend the knee, do a hip opener, and to get right into a pigeon. Good, now shift all of your weight to your right side. Extend your left leg up, nice and high. Breathe. And bend that knee, point this knee up toward the ceiling. Take another deep breath. Exhale, bring that leg all the way up towards your hands. Now here's where you might need to shift your weight back. Take that right leg over to the left side. And slowly just start sinking low into it. You could use that block or the towel to rest your forehead onto. You could prop something under your hip bone on the left side if you need to. Take your time, breathe through this. Keep breathing deeply, sink even lower with your exhalations. 5 more deep breaths. And on your next exhalation, slowly start walking your hands underneath your shoulders, come up into a high pigeon, move your head gently side to side. Stretch out the whole entire front body. Good, and bring it back to center. Now we're going to try to bind that back leg. See if you can hold on to your foot with either your right hand, left hand, or both hands. One more deep breath. And exhale, release your foot, curl your toe behind you and lift into your downward facing dog. Walk your dog out and just feel the difference between your right and your left. And now all the way onto your left side. Extend the right leg out as high as you can. Deep breath. Bend your knee, point it upward. Another deep breath. Exhale, bring it into that pigeon all the way up. Take your back leg all the way back and over to the side, to the right side, across the midline of your body. Start sinking low into this. Remember to use your props as needed if you needed to prop a little cushion or block underneath your hip bone on the right side. And slowly just start sinking into it. Go ahead, keep breathing through it. 5 more deep breaths. And on your exhalation, slowly start bringing it up into a high pigeon. Move your head around. Okay, to feel the stretch all the way into your left leg on that hip flexor. Good job, breathe through it. Now, if you want to, you can try the binding, curl the toe, reset through the knee, and see if you can catch your foot. Good, 1 more deep breath. Exhale, release, curl your toe and press it into that down dog. Walk it out. Breathe, move through it. Maybe even give a little attention to the tops of your feet. And just keep moving, breathing through this. Shift the weight side to side. And start walking your hands back up towards your legs. And just touch onto your legs anywhere above or below the knees. Inhale, look it up. Exhale, bow down. Just a few of these to get the blood flow coming back down toward your legs. Get up a little bit higher every time. Good. 1 more time. Down, and next time that you're up, stay up. All right, now we're gonna take a balancing pose. Step your right foot onto the ground and cross your left leg over. So start with the toes onto the ground, and if that's comfortable, see if you can bring the leg up a little bit higher and wrap it around. Now we're gonna cross the right arm and stack on top of the left. Your palms touch and sit low into this eagle pose. Good, just 5 deep breaths. Keep getting those arms up. Good, and slowly come out of it. Walk your feet out a little bit wider than your hips. Circle your arms and move your hips as you circle the arms. Big circles through those arms, through the hips. Good, and then go your other direction. Good. Okay, so workouts, a few little kinks there. All right, now we're coming into left foot on the ground. Right foot crosses over. Remember, your toes could just be on the ground. If that's really easy for you, try lifting up and stacking those arms, palms touch. Lift those arms up nice and high. Breathe through it. 5 more deep breaths. And on the exhalation, gently release, and we'll go back into the arm, shoulder, and hip circles. Let your knees move, your hips move, your shoulders move. Everything is just circling, moving around in this. Good, 3 more deep breaths. Then we'll go our other way. All right, and then just make sure you go both directions. Stretch those arms, stretch your legs. Good. 1 more all the way through. Good. Now both hands onto the ground. Maybe you can have that block there. Point your toes and your knees forward and just shift side to side. Thinking a little bit deeper into those hips, into the inner thighs. Good. Just about 2 more each direction. Good, and bring it back to center. Move that block out of the way, cross your legs so you can come all the way down onto your mat. Bring your knees into your chest and just circle those knees. Hands onto the knees, circle. And go both directions. And start bringing the soles of your feet together. Hug it in, use your arms to press your legs open. Breathe here. Good, 1 more deep breath. And on your exhalation, start taking it into a happy baby. You can keep the knees bent, or you could straighten them out, whatever feels better for you. Gently rocking side to side motions. Good, and bring it right back to center. Knees into your chest, make sure your spine is nice and long. We're gonna crunch it in nice and tight, like a tight little rock. Squeeze your feet, squeeze your fists, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as tight as you can. Hold for 5. You're gonna release into Savasana in 4, 3, 2, 1, and release out into Savasana. Give a big deep breath in. Exhale, just sigh it out. One more time, big deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Just relax. Nice and comfortable. Your breath gets slow and heavy, long and deep. And just sink into the gravity of the earth. Feeling your breath rise and fall. Feeling lifted and grounded and centered and balanced. Begin making small little movements, wiggling your fingers and your toes, blinking your eyes, moving your head side to side. And stretch those arms up, big stretch, like you're waking up in the morning. Stretch even your fingers. Deep breath in. Exhale, bring both knees into your chest and rock yourself all the way up into a nice, comfortable, seated position. You could be back onto that block if you want to, if that's comfortable for you. Take those arms back out, palms facing up. Just stay here, breathe. Remembering your intention for your practice today, benefiting yourself, all beings everywhere. Remembering the light within, the light around you, surrounding you. And on your next inhalation, inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Let your palms touch. Exhale it into your heart center, your thumbs to your heart. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you.